Shalom, and welcome to another episode of GMS in Transit, where we prophesy on the road. And we're going to do a continuation of 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. And I believe we left off at the 21st verse. So I'm going to pass it to the elders.
All right, 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And we're in that time right now. As you see the day approaching, we're in that time right now. You know, like today is what, September 10th of 2011. Tomorrow is the so-called 10th year anniversary of this so-called, you know, bombing of the World Trade Center. So, you know, we're in that time now. You know, since 10 years ago till now, the prophecies have been coming to pass more and more, especially within the last few years. So it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And then, you know, when Esau took over, that's when wickedness started multiplying on the earth. So imagine now, you know, at the end of this thing. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down.
Can I say this? It said there should be no man to comfort them, right? Yep. So where's Tazadakia going to be? You know? He might be dead. You know? He might be starving. He might be eating some of his followers. Because he's going to be revealed. All these false prophets out there, they're going to be revealed.
For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. And we've been telling you this. These guys aren't telling you this. They're just telling you to just keep going and, you know, keep prospering. America's finished, man.
They're giving you fluff.
Yep. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
Yeah, that's the difference between GMS and them other guys. You know, we're giving you the practicality of the word. You know, we're showing you what's going to happen before it happens through the spirit of the word. You know, these other guys, like the brother said, they're giving you fluff, man. You know, check out these other camps, these other so-called teachers, Zabak, Nate Satan, Bubble-Eyed Blackfish, General Gehenna. They're not giving you the straight skinny. They're not giving you the real deal, man, the real truth. And none of them speak about the chip. You know, Elder Tar was the first to say that, and it's true. None of them speak about the chip. You know, somehow the chip just run past them, you know?
The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. And they show you that in that movie Contagion, you know? In the movie The Road also, you know, like they quarantined certain cities, and certain people that were in certain cities that were infected, they weren't allowed to cross the border. They had the National Guard out there with full military gear with a gas mask.
Yeah, I want to see that movie. I want to get a chance to see that movie. Lord willing, I'll probably see it tomorrow. But they're showing you now Friday, today, which is Saturday, September 10th, and tomorrow, there was a so-called, I guess you can call it a terrorist alert, basically focusing on New York City and D.C. So what they did, they basically declared temporary martial law, because they have the police out there dressing up in military gear. You know, they're not dressing like your local neighborhood cop. And basically what they're doing is they're pulling certain selected trucks and cars over to check their trunks, to check the back of the truck, you know, maybe ask for they got the bomb squad and so forth. And basically that's conditioning you for what's going to come. And it's like I said at the studio earlier today, I said all this is part of conditioning, man. And they condition you through these temporary emergency measures, this temporary martial law. When you see a cop dressed up with a military gear and a rifle, I don't know what rifle I don't know if they have M16s or what, but I remember years ago after 9/11 took place, I remember seeing police with military gear, and I believe they had M16 rifles, which was made famous in the Vietnam conflict. So what they're doing is through these actual temporary events, temporary emergencies, and these different movies. They made a movie, another good movie called Blindness. Yeah. All right. They made this one, Contagion. They made one years ago called I think it's called Breakout. And so they'll make these Outbreak. But anyway, we're looking, and there's an actual billboard of the actual movie. And they don't have these unknown actors. These are top actors that's in this movie. So they put a lot of money in this movie. And this movie is not there for entertainment. This movie is there to get you ready for what's coming on the earth. Go ahead.
Right, and then we were speaking about this earlier, that if you notice, there's not that much traffic today because the government pretty much got these people shook. You know, even coming from Connecticut, there was barely any traffic today. So a lot of people are staying home because they're nervous. It says, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of rocks.
Yeah, another thing we noticed in the cities in the movie was the cities were pretty much abandoned. You know, you had huge piles of garbage on both sides of the road. And then, you know, another thing to consider is the sewage. Because if the city becomes uninhabited, then you're going to have piles and piles of sewage, making it unbearable, you know?
Yep, it says, and in the clefts of the rocks, you know, you're going to have these retreats, mountain retreats. It says, as in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And they show you that in the movie. They show you how people were running. There were certain guys that were running up in the house, and they didn't show, but they just showed the guns going up, pop, 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 and the guys coming out. So you know what happened there. I want to just bring out this one precept to back that up. This is in the book of Isaiah, the 5th chapter and the 9th verse. In mine ears saith the Lord of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate, even great and fair, without inhabitant. All right, I'm gonna read that again. In mine ears saith the Lord of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be desolate, even great and fair, without inhabitant. And you're gonna have that. You people that's living in these nice homes, you're gonna be run up out your houses, and guess where your next bed is gonna be? You might have a steel bench down in one of them concentration camps, chained to a wall somewhere. It says back in 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 30. Or as when the vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. You know, you're gonna have the military coming in there too. And you know they have a lot of these what's that thing, exercises where they actually show the military doing exercises inside of like a rural area, you know, where people live, like house-to-house searches, pulling people out, you know, as an exercise. But like Elder Tara was saying, they're getting you conditioned for that, you know. Because you have to be conditioned so that when it happens, you're not going to be kind of shocked, and then they're just going to be able to, man, it's going to get nasty out here.
I say this here. Now, we're driving through Harlem, and a cop just came on our side. I don't know if I caught the whole thing on film. I tried to turn the camera, and I believe he had his lights on, according to what the driver told me, but I didn't notice it. And he pulled to my side and kind of gave me this bugged-out, crazy look. I wish I could have caught it on camera. And he kind of said, he was saying something, but he's saying, you want to race, you want to race? And I kind of said, yeah, I was playing along with him. And then he acted like he was driving fast, and he made the turn and put his hand out. I guess he was checking us out, saying these guys look suspicious, they got beards and all that. But I guess he saw us filming, and I guess he said, you know what, I'm not going to mess with these guys. But you know, that's the spirit, just like the brother said, you know? Now you got these jakes walking up and down, hanging out, and there's no excuse, because Israel, this word been out strong for 30, 40, 50 years in Harlem. So we're in Harlem, and Jake has no clue as to what's going on, man. So when they get hit hard, when this thing really hits them in the ass, so to speak, hits them in the ass, they're gonna be shocked. They're gonna say, why is this happening? You know, because they haven't been prepared, man. They haven't read the scriptures. Give me Isaiah 33:6, one of my favorite scriptures. And we always bring this scripture out because we see things going down. When you say, well, you don't know if the world, look, we see the world coming to an end. We see the signs of the times. But Jake, they don't see the signs of the times. All right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 33:6. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Read that again.
Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Yeah, not the wisdom and knowledge of a college education. Right. You know, the wisdom, and not the wisdom and knowledge of the Quran, because these Muslims are going to bug out, because there's not going to be any scriptures in the Quran, the glorious Quran as they call it, to tell them what's going on. And the Quran doesn't tell you about the end. Where does it say in the Quran, where does it mention America? Right. Where does it mention the end of the world? It doesn't say that. That's a book of confusion. Right. So when you run into jakes that's into Islam, that means they're out of their mind. They're in la la land. They have no clue as to what's going on. Go ahead.
Yep. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength for salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. That's it on that?
Yeah, that's
okay.
It, that's it.
Right, and that's...
Oh, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. It says the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Now give me, what's that, Proverbs, the 1st chapter, and start from the very top. Because these scriptures are supposed to enlighten you and open your mind. And these people in the churches, they read the scriptures but having a clue of what the scripture's talking about. Go ahead.
Proverbs 1:1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding.
Now, what does it say in Isaiah? Did he use the same word, wisdom?
Yeah.
So and wisdom and knowledge. So what did Solomon just say? Read again.
Proverbs 1:2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the Okay, yeah, well, it means what it says, to know wisdom. Like Elatar said, the wisdom that it's talking about is the prophecies that's in this Bible, man. What's going on right now, you know, with martial law, with the what's the Iraq situation, the Iran situation. That's the real wisdom. Like you said, not the wisdom, the so-called wisdom you get in college. You know, that's all BS. They even had a video circulating on YouTube about the college system, how it's all a sham, you know? So everything's coming out on this devil. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. Again, that's talking about the prophecies, the you know, what the